Hello and Assalamu alaikum Pakistan. Today we are going to answer all your questions related to J10Cs and their possible induction in PAF. Starting from my introduction, I am proud member of PSF and my call sign is Blackbird. I am serving PSF as analyst on military strategies and defense equipment. I am also part of PSF YouTube team and a co-author of series Hum Koi Shahadat Bhule Nahi. I am delightful to have Entai, who is not only the co-founder of PSF but also our most senior analyst. And today he is the one who is going to answer all your questions related to J10Cs and their possible induction in PAF. It is to be mentioned, these all questions are answered by our PSF Airboard. Welcome to the video, Entai.
Assalamu alaikum Pakistan, and thank you so much Blackbird for inviting me to answer the questions regarding J10C and their possible induction into Pakistan Air Force.
Before going towards the questions, we would request you to like and subscribe our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated from all the updates from our channel. Now we will start answering the questions asked by our esteemed audiences on our social media platforms. So the first question is, which is the most anticipated one? Is J10 going to be inducted in PAF?
Well, since it is most asked question from our followers and other people on social media, well yes, there are some reports which are suggesting that Pakistan Air Force is looking to procure J10C into Pakistan Air Force because it's a proper 4.5 plus generation fighter aircraft. But then again, I would like here to say that there is no official confirmation from Pakistan Air Force or any other institution of Pakistan. So yes, sources are reporting this. Pakistan Air Force is looking to procure J10C. Even our sources are reporting this, but again, there is no official confirmation. So we would request all our followers to please wait for official confirmation.
Thank you, Entai, for a brief answer. And I am pretty sure that all the concerns of people are clear. Now moving towards the second question, and it's a tough one. Why Pakistan is not going for F-16's Block 70? As there is new leadership on both sides, we might get a chance. Don't you think looking towards the new fighter will have a negative effect on the market of JF17s currently?
China is our strategic ally and partner, and we are Iron Brothers. And now we are strategic partner and our partnership is on another level. If you talk about America, they have ditched us in past, like we had the contract with the Americans for F-16s. They gave us some units, some F-16s, but then they embargoed our rest of our F-16s. So we have to think this aspect as well. In case of China, it's a time-tested friend. They have strategic partnership with Pakistan, so it's better to go for the equipment which is available, which spare part and maintenance support is available. In case of F-16, if we go for the F-16s, we are not sure that what will US do in the near future. So it's better to be on safe side than to trust the country which has always sanctioned or embargoed Pakistan equipment when it is needed the most. Now coming back to the part that will J10C impact JF17 Thunder Block 3? Well no, JF17 Thunder is a light multi-role aircraft. On the other hand, J10C is a medium category aircraft. It has more payload, more EW capabilities, and it has more range. So procurement of J10C will have no impact on JF17 Thunder, Block 3 or any other block because they are totally two different platforms made for totally different roles. So there will be no impact on the sales or the marketing of JF17 Thunder if we procure J10C.
A very good answer, and you have explained why we shouldn't go for American equipment anymore. Now moving towards question number 3. Where do you think J10 exceeds the capability of F-16s? And I have also heard J10 issue of engine has been resolved by China by its own WS10 engine. Do you think it is a reliable engine? And also, do you think J10 is mature platform that it will be considered a lethal threat for its enemies?
Well, J10C has edge over F-16 in terms of EW capabilities. And when I say EW capabilities, I am comparing J10C with F-16 Block 72. J10C has surely better EW capabilities because if you read about or learn about the Chinese Air Force, which is PLAF, you will surprised to see that they have better EW capabilities than Americans or the US Air Force or even the world. So yes, J10C will have better EW capabilities. Now coming to beyond visual range missiles, PL-15 will counter almost every BVRM available on planet Earth. PL-15 is better than Meteor. PL-15 is better than AMRAAM. Compare it with C5 or C7 or even any other beyond visual range missile. PL-15 has complete edge over any other BVRM available on planet Earth. It will have better payload capacity. Moreover, we won't have a problem of the spare parts and the maintenance in terms of J10C, but in case of F-16s, we will be facing issues regarding their maintenance, upgradation and other support. Now coming back to the question that about the crash rate or the engine problem of J10C, I would like here to add that the engine issue of J10C has been resolved. China has developed a special engine known as WS10B, which is advanced variant of WS10A. It has thrust vectoring. So the engine issue has been resolved. If we talk about the crashes or the crash of the J10C, well look, in this year only, 2020, we have seen various crashes of American platforms like F-16s, F-15s, F-18, even F-35. So 2-3 crashes are normal when you are flying the aircraft. It usually happens due to the pilot error, and it also happens due to the malfunctioning of some equipment on board. But since J10C is newly inducted platform even into the PLAF, it's right now evolving and pilots are training on that particular aircraft because J10C is completely different platform than J10A or J10B. J10C is a step ahead and the spearhead of Chinese Air Force, which is PLAF. I won't say here that it's more mature than F-16, but we have to think the aspects of maintenance and spare part and the strategic partnership as well. So yes, J10C is better in terms of EW capabilities, payload capabilities and BVR missiles because J10C carries PL-15, which is best BVR missile available on planet Earth. So it has clear edge on F-16s.
A very good answer, Entai. Now moving towards question number 4. Catch J10C Supercruise.
Since we all know that information regarding the Chinese equipment is not much available on the internet if you compare it with the Western equipment or the US equipment, but as far as I know or the PSF Air Board knows, we don't think that J10C can supercruise, but again it's an answer based upon our knowledge or our assumption. I would focus here more about assumption because nobody actually knows whether J10C can supercruise or not, but since we have read about J10C in detail, so my answer here would be that no, J10C cannot supercruise.
A very good answer, Entai. I must mention, few capabilities of every platform are kept hidden. Now moving towards question number 5. How many hardpoints will J10C have? If it is inducted in PAF, will it use Alsatian or Chinese bond? Also, how many PL-15 can it carry and what kind of radar will be used and what will be its range?
Well, since I told you earlier that Chinese EW capabilities are far superior than rest of the world, so it's obvious that J10C will be carrying KG600 and KG800 jamming pods. Moreover, J10C has built-in EW suite which enhances its EW capabilities. Now coming back to the point that how many hardpoints are on J10C, the number of hardpoints on J10C is 11. Now since we all know that Pakistan customs its equipment, so I really can't tell you that how many hardpoints will be on Pakistan's J10C. Well, coming back to the point that how many PL-15 J10C can carry, well, we have a visual confirmation that J10C can carry 4 PL-15 beyond visual range missiles, but some sources report that J10C can carry 6 PL-15, but again we are not sure about 6 PL-15, but we have visual confirmation about 4 PL-15 on J10C. Now coming back to the radar, well, I really can't tell you or I really can't disclose the radar of J10C, and you can imagine that if I can't really inform you about the radar of J10C, I can't really tell you about its ranges, because the radar of J10C and its ranges is classified. Yes, there's a lot of speculation on social media and internet regarding the name of the radar of J10C, but they're all false as per our knowledge.
An excellent and very detailed answer. I am pretty sure if the name and capabilities of J10C radar are kept hidden, it's going to be a nightmare for enemies, and none of the enemy will want J10C to be their opponent. Now moving towards question number 6. PF, Vipers and Thunders have excellent coordination in air-to-air and air-to-ground combat due to their data link capabilities, which is Link 16 and Link 17. Will J10C able to integrate in this data link system? Also, will J10C able to perform with Swedish AWACS which PF currently operates?
Well, since J10C is Chinese platform and we all know that Thunder is also manufactured by Pakistan and China, and Thunder has mostly the Chinese equipment in it, so the integration of J10C into the Pakistan Air Force is easier. Now coming back to the point, will it be able to perform with our AWACS? Well, yes, it's very easy to integrate J10C with our AWACS platforms. I won't go into the detail because most of the information here is classified and I won't comment on it, but since J10C is a Chinese equipment and some of our AWACS are also Chinese, keeping in mind that JF17 Thunder is also built with the assistance of China, so it will be very easy to integrate.
Very well answered, Anti. Now moving towards question number 7. JF17 Block 3 is almost similar to J10C in terms of avionics and weapons, but it is different to some extent. But why are we pursuing J10C when we are developing JF17 Block 3? Is there any delay in JF17 Block 3 or any issues that we are procuring J10?
Well, first of all, there is no delay in JF17 Thunder Block 3. The project is right on the track and it will be available to Pakistan Air Force in 2021. I would like here to add that when you adopt the block building concept, it takes time. Though it's easier, but it takes time. JF17 Thunder Block 3 is completely different platform than JF17 Thunder Block 2. Now, if you compare Block 3 and J10C, look, J10C will provide you better strike capabilities, more payload capacity, more range. So you really can't compare J10C with JF17 Thunder Block 3 or any other block. As I told earlier that they are totally completely different platform. One is lightweight platform and other is medium weight category platform. So you really can't compare them, but if you have to compare it, J10C will provide you more payload, more range, better EW capabilities, And obviously when I say more payload, it means that it can carry more missiles in a single sortie. J10C will also help PF to have better deep strike penetration capabilities, be it on the sea or be it on the land. So you really can't compare J10C with Block 3. I would like here to add that I don't understand why people compare two different platforms. There is no similarity between J10C and Block 3. Both have completely different roles and both are designed to carry totally different sort of operations.
A very well explained answer, Entai. Now moving towards question number 8. If J10C is inducted into PAF, will it replace the old Mirages for strike role, or will they be a multi-role aircraft in PAF or an air superiority aircraft? And why are we even going for J10C? We can go for a heavier platform like J20, J31 or even Su-35.
Well, PAF won't replace Mirages with J10C. J10C is coming for air superiority role, but it will perform strike capabilities or the strike roles. It will be addition or the support for the Mirage fleet, and it will be the support for our F-16s and JF17 Thunders. Moreover, I would like to add here that PAF Mirages are highly upgraded machines, so there is no need for at least 10 years to replace the Mirages. Yes, I agree that in future we can replace Mirages with J10C, but right now J10C will provide additional punch to the strike capabilities of Pakistan Air Force and will support the current fleet of JF17 Thunders or the Block 3 and the F-16s. If we discuss the heavier platforms, it's very difficult to induct a completely different platform into a particular Air Force. Right now we are talking about Pakistan Air Force. When you can achieve your air superiority with a single engine platform, why we go for a double engine platform? Its maintenance will be a big task for PAF. So we can have those capabilities with J10C. So why we should go for a heavier platform which will not be maintenance friendly? Yes, we can go for the other platforms, but if we can get those capabilities in a single engine platform, it's better. And as we all know that we have our very own project known as Project Azam for 5th generation aircraft. So I don't see here the possibility of J20 or J31. I would like here to add one more point, that J20 is not for export.
Entai, you have explained the role of J10C very nicely if it is inducted in PAF. Now moving towards question number 9. How do you compare Rafale with J10C? I know it is a very tough question and it's the most anticipated one.
Well, Pakistan Strategic Forum has already done an exclusive analysis on J10C versus Rafale. We have done analysis based upon proper information and data. I would request our YouTube team to post the link of that comparison in the description box of this video. But I would like here to add that modern day combat is based upon which BVR missile the particular platform carries, and in case of these two platforms, the J10C and the Rafale, J10C carries PL-15 and Rafale carries Meteor, and PL-15 has clear edge over Meteor. So in terms of BVR combat, J10C has an edge over Rafale, but you can check that particular analysis. Its link will be available.
Well said, Entai. We'll be attaching link of J10C versus Rafale in the description for our audience. Now moving towards the last question. What do you think? If J10C is inducted into PAF, what edge will it provide to PAF? Also, how the induction of J10C will impact the Indian Air Force, which is our enemy.
Well, J10C will provide additional support to the Thunders, be it Block 2 or Block 3 or Bravo. It will provide the additional support to the F-16 fleet of PAF. It will also enhance the capabilities of the strike element of Pakistan Air Force, which is obviously Mirages. So all in all, it's a completely multi-role aircraft and it will provide massive capabilities to the Pakistan Air Force. Coming back, now if you talk about J10C in the context of India, I told you earlier that in modern day combat, beyond visual range missile matters a lot. So we all know that since PL-15 has clear edge over Meteor, PL-15 with J10C will provide first shoot capability to Pakistan Air Force, like right now we have with the AMRAAM C5 which we use. But since right now India has Meteor, so India has a bit more advantage over AMRAAM because Meteor has more range. And keep in mind that Rafale is a very capable platform, but again AMRAAM is battle tested, battle hardened and battle proven missile. On the other hand, Meteor has never seen a real combat scenario, so my bet will be on AMRAAM. But again, PL-15 is also not battle tested or battle hardened platform, so again my bet will be on AMRAAM because it's a marvel of US technology. But PL-15 is on another level, it has more range, and when it is fired from a platform like J10C, it will provide massive capabilities to Pakistan Air Force. We will retain our edge regarding first shoot capability. I would like here to add one more thing, that some people will ask question that Thunder Block 3 will also carry PL-15. So what's the difference between J10C and Thunder Block 3? Well, look, JF17 Thunder Block 3 will carry maximum 2 PL-15s. On the other hand, J10C will be carrying 4 PL-15s. Moreover, usually people don't know that platform matters in case of BVR missiles. It has totally different impacts and results when it is fired from different platforms. I'm not saying that it will have less impact when it's fired from JF17 Thunder, but people who know about the fighter jets and BVR missiles, they can understand that platform matters in BVR combat. So you really can't say that firing PL-15 from JF17 Thunder and firing PL-15 from J10C is the same thing. It's totally different thing. For people who really don't understand what it means, it basically means that it will have different impact. It will have more range, more energy, and it will destroy the target with more accuracy when we fire PL-15 from J10C. I'm not saying here that PL-15 fired from JF17 won't have any impact, but people who understand BVR combat, it matters a lot. So again, there is a difference from which platform it is fired. Well, I think that I have cleared the differences between JF17 Thunder Block 3 and J10C. Last but not the least, if J10C is inducted into Pakistan Air Force, it will be nightmare for our adversaries. In the end, my message to the nation will be, always stay united, have faith in cause, and always remain disciplined. Thank you so much Blackbird for inviting me for this session. I hope that I have given all the answers regarding J10C in the best of my knowledge.
Thank you Antai for your valuable time and your valuable knowledge. Before ending the video, I would request you all to like the video, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated from all the latest updates from our channel. Also, I would request you all to follow us on other social media platforms. The links are given in the description below. I hope we have answered all your questions related to J10Cs and their possible induction in PAF. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask us in the comment box below. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Pakistan Zindabad. Pakistan Paindabad.